Hi, my name is Lina. I'm from Colombia, and I'm an MA student in the French department at UIC. The challenging part is probably not to create complex sentences as a result of my Hispanic background. I am currently trying to write as simple as I can because it's not good to translate whole sentences. But I think it's an advantage to know other languages because you can translate specific words that you maybe don't know or don't remember in the target language. In Spanish or in French, I find that you can write longer sentences, so I guess the design of your papers will be different. In English, there's a specific pattern that you have to follow, and you have to be concise. That's the point. So in English, you may want to write shorter sentences with probably vocabulary that it's relevant and not go off a tangent ever. I usually try to spend time reading and trying to understand well the topic if I'm given a topic for an essay. I think it's important because you can easily build your thesis statement and your outline by reading and understanding your topic. I think it's the best exercise to start an essay. And also the other strategy that I'm trying to apply is to work little by little. I have found out that my most successful papers are the ones that I work every day a little bit, and that gives me the chance to actually get some rest and then read and catch a lot of mistakes. Usually we finish 1 week before it's due, the whole program, before we have to write an essay for a part of the class. So I usually start 1 week before, and that gives me, I usually start 2 hours the first day, then probably 2 other hours the next day, and then as it gets closer to the due date, I spend obviously more time in it. I usually, the first part is to think about the topic and make sure that I understand the topic and that I can relate it to the content of the class, and then I go back to my notes, the class notes, and the notes I write while I'm reading, and I pick up the relevant notes. So I write those notes, obviously modifying them a little bit so they are they go with my essay, and I write them in my document. And after that, which I call editing process happens. For me, editing is not only reading the final draft and catching spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes, but actually trying to copy, paste, and see what I have to take off, what I have to add, if that example is relevant, if it's not. Say that if I work every day for at least from 2 to 4 hours, in the end, adding those hours would be, I guess, 8 hours. I'm a very slow reader, so I spend a lot of time going back to my notes and picking up the relevant stuff. I'm a faster writer, I would say, so it does take me a lot of time. I do not use a grammar book. I never spend a lot of time in grammar because I teach a class in the language in French, so that actually helps me a lot because it gives me the chance to every day learn or remember a little bit of the grammar rules, since I learned French since I was very little, when I was 4, so I don't know by memory all the grammar rules, but teaching that class gives me the chance to actually go back to those. But I do use a dictionary all the time, yeah. I would say that first, get help. If you don't know how to start, I recommend talking to your teacher. Even, you know, starting to think about what you're gonna write, and start to think about the topic. I think that's the first step. And if you're not sure if you're going on the right track, talk to your teacher. I think that's the best thing to do at the beginning. Then I would say that starting ahead of time. One of the problems with writing is that it takes time to write, and people don't do it progressively, so it becomes more a problem, actually. And if you set small goals for every day, which I'm trying to do, say that today I'm going to work only for 2 hours, and I'm going to think about this, and I'll try to accomplish this small goal. Tomorrow maybe I'll talk to my teacher, then the following day I'm going to write my intro and my first part. Those small goals actually make you, one, less stressed out, so your mind is clearer to write, and second, you enjoy it in the end. You end up by enjoying it.